Alright, hold on. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another day. OBS is freaking out over here. Welcome. I hope you guys are ready for a very interesting day in the market. We have some interesting comments that we have to talk about with the FOMC speakers that are coming out here. It's a little bit mixed, but we are seeing rate cut expectations for December doubling overnight here. Again, I want everybody to think about what is actually happening with these rate cut expectations and why they are moving around the way that they are. It has absolutely nothing to do with the data that the Fed has been receiving. The Fed is doing their cherry picking again a little bit. They're saying, oh, inflation is still too high. Well, again, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but you haven't seen the data. The only data that we have seen is the labor market data, and the labor market data is right now in support of another rate cut with the mass layoffs happening. We're seeing the unemployment rate go up, but we just don't have those additional pieces of inflation data that the Fed wants to see. Now, again, we also have a Fed, and we've also been told by Jerome Powell and a lot of the other FOMC speakers that, again, they are okay with letting inflation run a little bit above target as long as growth is not sacrificed here. So those are going to be some very interesting kind of developments that we're going to have to pay attention to over the next few weeks. Markets are incredibly volatile, guys. Again, Bitcoin is now moving down towards that kind of $75,000, $70,000 target that we have on this thing. What did we talk about yesterday? It's that the market, in the equity market, can start to move back to the upside and balance out. But the crypto market does not have to come with it here. We could easily see crypto fall significantly with the equity markets kind of coming back up. Now, again, the move that we've seen out of ES over here, the S&P 500, to me is really not all that significant right now. So we will see what we get here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, today and going into this weekend is really going to be a kind of barometer type of day. We're going to kind of look and see how things want to behave going into the weekend and kind of going from there and seeing what we're going to get into the holiday week next week. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, new to the channel, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. It costs you absolutely nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot in spreading this information out to as many people who actually want to learn. Again, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. This is how many, like last week, how many 10x trades did we have? 3. We had Rivian, Lyft, and the 3,000% FedEx that I tried to give out to you guys, but again, you didn't hit the like button, so that one's on you guys. But yeah, I mean, guys, this is the time in the market that can be very, very, very dangerous for everybody, and you have to be very careful, which is why ever since that tweet came out from Trump talking about these escalations with the trade war with the U.S. and China, that we've been very, very hands-off and risk-off, taking small positions, not putting ourselves at a significant amount of risk because, again, the market conditions had shifted. So let's see what we have in here, ladies and gentlemen. We have Jerry, Moose. We've got Bob. Oh, this is interesting. It's doing the live chat's doing something weird today. Bob, Daly, Taylor, Rycack. We've got Eddie. We've got Diego. We've got Brady, Boomtown, Garrett, Todd, Jay, Maddie, John. We've got Richard, Rogue, Ale. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of slackers on the like button so far. So yeah, Eli Lilly's still looking good over here. We're going to see if this one can get some continuation today. If not, we'll end up just cutting it, getting our money back, and then going from there. So we do have a couple of interesting things here, guys, of some specific names that I am very interested in picking up in the near future. There's 3 main ones here that I want to talk about with you guys. I'm probably going to make some more videos about some other ones that you guys could get interested in as well, while we are seeing the market be as volatile as it is at this point in the year here. So let's kind of talk about the first one here as we're getting into everything. The first one is Novo. You guys have probably all seen me talk about this one a lot. And again, if you take a look at this chart right here from a monthly time frame, let me actually pull up their revenues for you guys. And kind of go through this just very quickly so we can get into this one and then the other 2 that I like. So if we take a look at Novo Nordisk revenues and the growth that they have witnessed over the last, I don't know, 5, okay, hold on, this thing's being annoying. Over the last, let's say, like 4 or 5 years here. Look at this. This has just been an absolutely, since 2021, again, guys, they have basically doubled their revenues. They are continuing to grow at a solid pace here, and the share price is not reflective of that at all. I personally, the main kind of thing here is I don't necessarily see the argument as to why Novo Nordisk is trading at below levels that it was trading at before the massive revenue spike. That alone would tell me that this thing is wildly undervalued in the short term here, and could easily be a really good buying opportunity at these lower levels. Now, thinking about what we have for the future with Novo, again, they're already growing with Ozempic and Wegovy in their current forms, but we also have oral Wegovy coming in the near future here, which they're going to beat their competitors to market by about 6 months. And they've also talked about the fact that they are not going to have the same supply chain issues or just overall supply issues that they had with some of these other weight loss drugs that they were bringing out in the past, which was one of the main causes as to why companies like Hims and a lot of these other companies out there were able to offer kind of those knockoff brands or knockoff versions, compounded versions effectively, of those drugs. So that is a very positive thing. So again, you could see if you have a product that is injectable versus a product that's taken orally, well, the market for a product that's taken orally can be a lot bigger, and this could grow the market for all of these people that want these weight loss drugs. So this one, again, is like a 5 to 10 year thesis. I think this one has a lot of potential. Right now I own 1,000 shares of this in the 54s. I'm probably going to start buying a little bit more down in here too. I just haven't done it yet. But again, also, in the next couple of weeks, they're also going to reveal the results of a study that has to do with one of their GLP-1 drugs, Rybelsus, that could end up being some sort of treatment or management for Alzheimer's. Now, the analysts and everybody are saying that that one's a pretty significant long shot, but even if you get a little bit of positive news on that front with Novo, again, the stock could get re-rated pretty a lot higher in the short term there if some positive news comes out on that. They are also hiring more people in the Alzheimer's space, so they probably wouldn't be doing that if they did not see an opportunity in that market. So a lot of really good things happening with Novo, but the market right now is just not giving it the attention that it, in my opinion, really deserves. So again, they also are now having the relationship with the United States government. There's a lot of positive things with this name here, and I think this one is a solid opportunity here at these lows here. And again, guys, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. The next one is Bull. I'm not doing anything with this one yet, but I am interested in this. I mean, you're just kind of bear flagging on the daily here, so not the biggest fan of this. Just from a chart perspective, I want to see a longer term base on this and then break to the upside of that base. But the earnings on Bull yesterday were ridiculous. So if we take a look at some of their numbers there, I mean, Webull 2025 Q3 2025 earnings, revenue soars to 156.9 million, up 55% year over year. Net income turns positive at 21.7 million. Adjusted operating profit hits 36.7 million. Trading volume surged with 147 million options contracts and 204 billion equity notional. Customer assets jumped to 21.2 billion, up 84% year over year, which is massive. Funded accounts reached 4.93 million, and registered users climbed to 25.9 million as global expansion and new AI tools power record performance. I think this one, again, I'm not buying this yet. Again, you have to think about that 3-pillared approach, which we talked about in the prior mastermind, and we're going to talk a lot more about in the new mastermind that we're going to be doing. Or that we are doing right now, which, there is going to be a Black Friday sale for you guys with the mastermind next week. So for those of you guys that still want to hop into the mastermind, there is going to be a little bit of a sale for the Black Friday week next week. So make sure you guys are ready for that. I'll announce that probably on Monday. LTMP might get it on Sunday though. But Bull looks really good. If we're able to see one of those really strong bases or even a setup on the daily here, that could be a very, very interesting spot to start initiating a position. Now, again, what did I tell you guys over the last month or so with this one? I wanted to see this one start basing below 10. You can go back and look at the tweet, ideally around 8. That's exactly where we are right now, and I want to see that base start to form. And I think, again, that earnings that we saw yesterday on it were very, very, very solid. Would you consider leaps on Nova or just add shares? Leaps are fine on Novo too, I think, if you want to take that type of risk and lever up a little bit. So let's talk about the last one that I was looking at with you guys here too, that I think could be a really solid buying opportunity. It's Bitcoin. So I know there's a lot of talk right now that like, ooh, Jeffrey Epstein is Satoshi, or like, I don't know, like Jeffrey Epstein was helping fund the initial developments of Bitcoin. Now, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But just technically on the chart here, with Bitcoin, if we are able to get down to this like $75,000 area, if we shift this to the monthly time frame here, coming down to that level is the top side of the monthly consolidation period that we saw for 2024 here. I think that's a decent spot to start taking, again, initial ads on Bitcoin. I would not necessarily be looking at buying this now. And you also have to be careful at those lower levels. So again, that's the spot to initially add. You could also look at some of these lower levels in here too, in the 50s, but 70 to 75,000 on Bitcoin, I think is a decent spot. Now, again, don't view this as a store of value, because that is just so blatantly obvious that is not what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is a risk asset. It is highly correlated to the NASDAQ. It has been for some time here. If you want to know what a store of value looks like, go look at gold. That's why I own gold. That's why I gave it to you guys out at GLD at 317. And a lot of you guys in LTMP were able to make significant amounts of money on that. That was one of the 35 10x trades that I've given out to you guys in like the past 3.5, 4 months. So let's see who we got in here. Let's see. How you guys doing? We're having some fun today? Everybody good so far? Yeah, we've got about 3 minutes to go here until market open. I hope you guys are ready. Keep smacking that like on the way in. It's going to be a very, very, very interesting day here. So we'll see what we get across the board. But those are the main three. Post earnings, I didn't really see anything that I liked all that much. Like, I know you're talking about Gap. Okay, Gap is what? I mean, it's up a little. Nah, Gap's okay. Gap looks decent there. And then INTU, I don't think was up enough. It might be now, but yeah, now INTU is, but you're running right into this daily 200 EMA. So, oh no, you're up above it now. Let's see. So yeah, Gap and INTU could be solid for post earnings. So we'll look at both of those. And then we'll kind of go from there. Ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully, guys, you like those names. I'll probably come out with some other ones. I mean, those Novo and Bull are kind of my two favorites, but I'll probably start highlighting some more for you guys too. Make some Instagram videos, some YouTube shorts on it as well. Maybe I'll make some YouTube videos on it too. Who knows? TradingView's Black Friday sale has begun. Ooh, I think the code is VIX for you guys to use, or it's a link. I don't know, but I'll send that out to you guys once we have it. Once I have it. I could probably do that after the stream here. So let's see what we're going to get today, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, bold down, which is crazy off of that earnings. So again, you got to let this thing base out here for a while. I still like Amgen a lot. Again, it's got to hold the 10 here and continue chopping around in this range of consolidation, but I do really like how this looks. But again, today is going to be a day where we're going to be hunting for setups, looking for where the market wants to head going into next week and going from there. Remember, guys, so I know so many people out there right now are thinking that all of this crazy volatility in the market means you should be taking a lot of action, and that is just not the case. You should not be really doing anything in this market environment, and if you want to have long-term success, those are the things that you have to be able to do. If you can't, don't expect to have any success. Seriously, do not expect to have high levels of success in the market if you are unable to sit there and do nothing. Oh, the market's going down. Nope. That's going to get you into trouble. Sit there, do nothing, preserve all the capital that I've made you over the last, 4 or 5 months here. So, 20 seconds to go until market open, ladies and gentlemen. Slacking on the like button. You can still see the levels of fear out there in this market right now. It is quite comical, but eventually people will kind of get their head out of there. You know what? You guys see me getting worried over here? No, I'm super excited for dip buying opportunities. I've been waiting for a while. All right, folks. Let's see what we got today. Amgen flat. Okay. Bull down. What are gap? Okay, gap is okay for now. INTU, we could still look at that for potential post earnings. We got both of those. Both of those could be fun. Gap and INTU could be fun for post earnings here. KO, is it close? Because that's still one that we're looking for. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. Oh, I love Coca-Cola here. That looks great. That looks great. Let's see. My computer's being a little slow today. But yeah, Coca-Cola's close. See what happens with Amgen. You got INTU. It gapped up. So, it didn't even hit the level yet. So what? It didn't even get over the level yet. Alright, that's gap above there. Hold on, we're gonna just, this is gonna be annoying, but. Let's see. Yeah, that gap doesn't matter. It's not even above the level that we wanted at yet. INTU, probably not. Gap, it might be the only one that we could look for today. Who knows, though? We'll see. Amgen up a little. Again, this is still going to be a fun one. Coca-Cola still looks really good. Wow. Slacking hard on the like button today. I see how it is. Everybody gets fearful about the market and they're like, oh, no. Slackers is what you guys are. You had your alert too low? Yeah. We'll see what happens with INTU. It's going to be a wild one. And gap. Where's Bitcoin? Still at 84. Okay. Didn't it hit 80 last night? Yeah, that's oof. Getting close to our levels there, guys. Yeah, post earnings on gap could be fun. That could be very fun. We'll see. We'll see what it wants to do. Market not doing much here. Where's oh, here comes Coca-Cola. I want to check the chain on that. How does that look? Well, it looks great. There it is. So if you want it, it's there. But again, guys, in this environment, I just size 40. You guys have seen, and think about like why I'm saying the things that I'm saying, and just like yet another example of like I say things and then they happen. The reason why you want to be really sizing small in this environment is because you don't have to size aggressively. You guys saw last week. You had the Lyft 1000%, Rivian 1000%, FedEx 1000%. 7350 TP1. Oh, what's this? I'd say like 7270 right here, 7267 right around here. That's not a bad one. Right up there. All right, so we're 5 minutes. Oh, hold on, we might have gap too. Yeah, we do have gap. There's gap. It's hitting that 5-minute 10. What about INTU? Yeah, a little late on that. Too close. No, it's fine. 72. It's like 72.70 would be a good TP1. There's Amgen. Nothing. Yeah, KO looks great. So we'll see if that one can get some follow through up here. That looks phenomenal. So yeah, 70, what is that, 72.70? Yeah. We'll see. What's the market doing? Nothing. Gap moving a bit. INTU getting a little closer there. What I think of Neo long term? It's the same thing that I've always said. Same thing that I've said every day for the last, I don't know, year since I've had it. They're either able to execute on the goals that they've outlined to their shareholders or not. That's why we got the entry that we did so low. You know, same thing. Again, you got to be thesis driven. You're not going to see like a thesis train. If the thesis is like Q4 earnings, and if we're not at Q4 earnings, there's no thesis change. It could go to 2, it could go to 15, doesn't matter. It's all about what, if they're able to outline. Okay, the INTU is getting close. The chain on that's probably going to be a little nutty. I just want to see what it looks like. If it gets up there. Yeah, this chain's a little bit crazy. Ooh, that's a really rough chain. That is a rough chain. Yeah, KO looks really good there. Breaking above 72 would be big time for that thing today. Breaking that ceiling. Is it RTX? What the? Oh, that's a downside. That was a prior level that we were just looking at. Waiting for a base on bull? No way, me too. INTU is really close. Lily's moving up a little. I'd love to see Lily get above these week's highs. 1057. That'd be nice. There's Coca-Cola hitting 72. There you go. KDP trying to go. That looks decent. Not the best, but that looks decent. Let's see. Yeah, and again, guys, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Let's see what we got today. I mean, the rate cut expectations are looking pretty good across the board now. Kind of more in line with where they should be. Palantir still looks horrible. Just horrible. All right, let's see. Where's Amgen? Because Amgen is still going to be one that we're going to hunt for next week. Yeah, I like how this looks here. This looks fun. Give this a couple more days. This one could look really fun. I like how Lily looks still. This is just, it's just chopping around at the highs. I like this. And it's moving up. There we go. Come on. I want to see it go up and break those week's highs. 1057, make an attempt at 1060. That'd be very nice. O'Reilly, let's take a look at that because that was on the list. How's that look? It's just still just like tapping the top side of this range here. It got very close. Or it might have hit it, but like it just doesn't. I don't know if that one wants to go. It's a great looking setup though. Lily banging its head on 1050. Let's see if he can blast through. That'd be nice. That'd be pretty nice. First 15 minutes pretty calm today. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we've seen some pretty crazy action throughout all these days, so be careful. USGO ripping. I don't know what the hell that is. It's definitely not ripping, though. There's Coca-Cola at 72 again. Let's see if we can get this blast through. This is the high right here. You break 72, you can get a little fun here. Haven't been able to get any trades yet? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, there's just, you got to realize too, like this is not really the week to be going crazy with stuff anyway. Like I tell you guys all the time, it's like I'm fine with not taking trades for months at a time. That's how you have to be in the market if you want to have long-term success. There are going to be periods in the year though, like you guys have seen this many times where it's like, oh look, 40, 35, 10x trades in 4 months. Like that's just how the market works. You know? You should be happy that you didn't take any trades this week because of all the volatility that you've seen. But most people aren't. They're like, no, I want to do something. And it's just that like retail trader gambling mentality that's too many people have. Lily, I mean, this is creeping up there today. That's good. I still like this one. Market's slipping a little. Uh-oh. Palantir. Uh-oh. This looks like garbage. Like, guys, I told you guys, what, 2 days ago that Palantir looked like it was about a nuke to 140? There it is. I mean, this is at 155 right now. Getting killed. Absolutely manhandled. Oh, look. There's another one. What are those Palantir puts? I mean, Dawn, what? That was 175% in gains? I thought I saw 200% at one point on the Palantir puts. Congratulations, guys. You got 127% there, another 107%. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And then again, for those of you guys that still need to hop into LTMP, again, next week is really the last week for you guys to get 50% off your first month and lock in the lower rate before prices go up. So you guys want to hop in there with us? Don't miss it. Prices are never going to be cheaper than they are right now. And like I tell you guys all the time, like these time periods in the market are the times that you have to prepare for when the market's good. Because what'll happen to most of you is you'll go through this period and be like, oh, I'm a little bit worried. The market's a little bit iffy. There's a lot of uncertainty out there, and then there's going to be like a month period where I'm going to be like, oh look, 15 10x trades, and you're going to be like, whoa, now I'm going to do it. And it's like, well, you missed the best ones. That's why you have to you have to be like in the market for those periods and understand how to take advantage of the market in those periods. These are the periods for learning and understanding and kind of recalibrating. The periods where everything is fun time, it's just like, you guys see how simple it is. Like I tell you guys all the time, the easiest part of what we do is nailing the big 10x trades. It's not hard. Lily new highs on the day over here, looking good. S&P November manufacturing PMI at 51.9 versus the estimate of 52. Services, hold on, I'm gonna look at these. Services, we're at 55 versus the estimate of 54.6. That's good. Composite was at 54.8 versus the estimate of 54.5. Okay, that's not bad. Palantir, below day's low of yesterday. Uh-oh. Palantir nuking. Uh-oh, guys. Is anybody still in the Palantir puts? Because those are probably looking phenomenal still. Lily is looking good again over here, too. Lily getting above the week's high here, which is not that $3 higher on the $1,000 stock, is not that much. Oh, Coca-Cola just popped. There we go. But yeah, guys, I threw that link in the live chat for you guys. Again, you have all weekend to go through and go through those learning curriculum videos, ask me questions about them, and get the watch list for next week, which is probably going to have some really, really fun names on it. Ooh, yeah, Lily looks good. KDP looks good there, too. O'Reilly still looks good here as well. My lilies are looking really good. All right. Let's see what they want to do with the market here. I mean, you are kind of still chopping around at these lows. So if the sellers are going to come in, I think it's going to take a decent amount for them to nuke it again today. They could do it. It's not out of the question that we go through another day today where it's like, oh, everything looks all right, and then you just go cascade waterfall to the downside. MNST holding well? Yeah, I think that's another setup in here. Yeah, MNST has another daily setup in here at above 73.08. That looks pretty solid. You must have missed that alert. It's on the watch list. Yeah, Lily striking distance here. If we can close above or get above 1060 this week, I'd be pretty happy with that. I mean, the breakout level was 1031. I mean, $30 higher is not small. I mean, this thing could look real good here. 1056. Here we go. Here we go. Coca-Cola new highs. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Coke. Literally no one better than the STV method. Garrett, thanks, man. I mean, we know, like, it's there. I don't know why everybody in the there's Eli Lilly above the highs there. I don't know why everybody in the market doesn't operate the way we do. It's like, why doesn't everybody want the ability that every single trade that they take, has the potential to run multi-hundreds, if not multi-thousands of %? And then you also have me to tell you, okay, yeah, no, it's calm time. We're not going to be touching a whole lot. So you get the best of when the market is going, and then you get none of the nonsense when the market is tanked, because you're either touching nothing or sizing for zero. So Eli Lilly's hunting for that 1060 there. That's nice. So yeah, you guys have the link, 50% off your first month with code November. You get to lock in the lower rate before the prices go up, and we start to get into what is potentially going to be a fun end of the year, especially... Oh, we haven't even talked about what we saw from the FOMC speakers this morning. which is important. I want to scroll down a little bit because Williams was the one that really moved things around. Fed Collins, mildly restrictive monetary policy, very appropriate right now. Hesitant to think about next policy meeting. Inflation remains elevated. September jobs data was mixed. Let's see. Williams market seemed to be very bullish on AI, anticipating a period of strong growth. 25 fiscal changes will boost growth over the next year. Let's see. Futures rise after Fed Williams signals possible December rate cut. U.S. stock futures climbed Friday after Fed President John Williams hinted at a December rate cut. Williams said that there is room for further adjustment to rates and noted easing inflation risks. Traders lifted the odds of a December cut to over 50%, up from 37%. On Fed Watch Tool, it actually went a lot higher. It went up to 70%. And this is what I've been telling you guys about for like the last 2 weeks. It doesn't have anything to, none of what the action that we've seen in the market, guys, has had anything to do with the other pieces of potential nonsense that the market was dealing with. Like, okay, so if you see a period where you have, in October, you have the trade tensions escalating between the US and China, the market freaks out a little bit, everything gets resolved, the market bounces, and then nukes. It's like, okay, so that piece of data was not actually what was moving the market, it was something else. Then you have the government shutdown stuff, which is actually kind of the main thing that's driving things because of the implications of the government shutdown, which, again, are going to be the Fed is not receiving the data points that they need. Okay, so as we started to get into October, that's when the market started to get worried about this data situation. That was what the market has been worried about the entire time. Now, the reason why I've been coming out here and saying, well, if you look at the data that we have been receiving, it's in support of further rate cuts. The only thing that we aren't necessarily seeing is the inflation data. But the problem with everything that we're seeing here, guys, is the Fed is trying to, like, have it both ways. The Fed can't have it both ways, and the Trump administration can't have it both ways either. You can't have what they deem to be a strong jobs report and then also beg for rate cuts. That's just not how it works. The Fed also can't say that we're going to pay the most attention to the labor market right now because inflation, again, is running a little bit above target, but it's at a manageable level, and then have a period where the unemployment rate goes up. We see a period of some of the largest layoffs, percentage increase in layoffs that we've seen since 2002, and then flip back to saying, oh no, we have to worry more about inflation now. It's like, okay, well, which is it? Are you going to be more worried about the labor market that's going to potentially, I wouldn't say spiral out of control, but continue to get worse and then further the argument for more rate cuts because that's going to slow down growth? Or are you going to still worry about inflation? Which is it? I know they're going to worry about both, but there is going to be one that's going to tip the scales more than the other here. And that's what the market has been reacting to, because you'll have some FOMC speakers, again, like Williams, saying, yeah, I mean, and be on our side of this, which I believe to be a more reasonable analysis, which says, okay, if we have the labor market doing what it's doing, the unemployment rate is going up, it is in furtherance of the argument for another rate cut, and then you can go into the other meetings and say, okay, this is what we can do from there. One 25 basis point rate cut is not going to change a whole lot, but if they don't do it when the market was expecting it previously, this is when you see the market freak out. Now, it's not really the things that you would typically expect to see that are freaking out. Because let's take a look at some of just the main one right here that's an easy barometer, the 10-year yield. If the market was actually thinking that the Fed was not going to be cutting rates anymore in the near future, 10-year yields would be going vertical. You'd be above the 200 EMA. You'd be moving towards this volatile or this prior zone here, probably up to that 4.3 area. But that's not what we're seeing. Then you come into okay, let's look at some of the other sectors that are really interest rate sensitive. XLV, healthcare. Healthcare looks insane right now. The setups in the healthcare space look ridiculous. That's why we've been looking at Lilly. That's why we've been looking at Amgen and all of the other ones, because the market is telling you what it actually thinks. It's not saying, oh, rate cuts, this, that, the other, we're not going to be getting them. It's saying, we don't really trust what the Fed is saying here. And for good reason. What did we see the Fed do all year long? They said, oh, yeah, tariffs are going to cause a massive inflationary spike, when in reality, if you actually know what you're talking about, these tariffs are actually going to be deflationary because of the consumer demand argument that we've been talking about all year long. And Powell said it at the last FOMC meeting. And we've seen some of the other Fed speakers reference this too. It's like the consumers are not going to have enough demand in order to witness these higher prices. So even if prices do go up a little bit, growth slows down because they're not going to sell as much. So earnings go down. And even if they keep prices the same and the cost of their goods goes up, margins shrink. So all of that leads to the argument for further rate cuts. That was my argument for like the last year. And then we finally, I think it was in July, the Fed start finally getting on our side of the argument, which is like, you can't treat these, your expectation of tariffs causing a massive spike in inflation as the base case. You can outline it as a risk. I already outlined bull earnings. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, we already talked about that. But you can't outline that as and highlight that as the base case and what you expect to happen, because that's just not realistic. And then you come into this period where it's like the labor market, and it's just like they're doing the same things. They're playing a very dangerous game with the market. And the market, like I've talked to you guys about in all the Instagram videos, the TikTok videos, the YouTube shorts on here, the market thinks the Fed is about to make a big mistake, which is why we've seen these increased levels of volatility. And another reason, again, think about what I've been talking about. It's like, okay, what is actually wrong with the market? What has actually been occurring? The China stuff gets resolved. The government opens. Those are kind of the two main things. Earnings were good across the board. Nvidia's earnings were solid. So it's not those things that are driving the market. It's the uncertainty as it relates to rate cuts in December. So the week where we see the December FOMC meeting, and then also I believe it's December 16th is when we get the next jobs report. That's going to be a very, very important week because it's finally giving the Fed the data that they want. BF.A looks good. Gap looks good. Yeah, where's BF.A now again? Because that's another alcohol bar. Oh yeah, that looks good. Earnings coming up though. Where is TAP as well? TAP was another one. TAP looks decent. Where's Bud? Is Bud coming back up? Yeah, Bud's moving back up there too. A&F, what does that look like? That looks decent. Earnings coming up though. And yeah, guys, keep smacking that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out. I mean, with all of the crazy, like, think about it like this. If, like, all of the crazy investor fear that we've seen, if everybody was just listening to all of the analysis that I've been giving you guys about, like, okay, what is actually going on and what's actually driving the market, the fear levels would not be where they are. Because why would everybody be so fearful about this situation, about the December rate cut, when we know the reasons why the Fed is a little bit nervous and why they're doing what they're doing, which, again, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but it isn't going to change much at the end of the day. The market, again, also was just looking for a reason to freak out. Asset prices were elevated. At the first sign of anything potentially going wrong, people are going to get out because you can hear it from everybody. The market feels a little toppy. It's getting a little extended, and that's going to worry people. Okay, so we have a little bit of a period of selling. You have one down month after like 8 green months in a row or something, and then we get back to business as usual. You know? People love to freak out. They love it. Lily's still looking good here, but still, did it hit 10? Oh, it did hit 1061. Damn. Bud is not a setup right now, but again, it is ripping back to the upside. Coca-Cola still looks really good here. There we go. We're doing Coke today. It looks great, guys. Coca-Cola looks really good. That's a great one here. This one could, I mean, it doesn't move a whole lot, but like if it snaps, the options can go nuts on this. Where's Bitcoin? How's that looking? XLV looks insane here. BTC. I want to see where Bitcoin is. Longer term thesis? Well, if you have a thesis, there you go. Your thesis can't just be, though, I'm holding it for the long term. You got to actually have a thesis, which I hope you do. Coca-Cola, new highs, bing, bang, boom. My options haven't snapped on that yet. Oh, here we go. Michigan final November consumer sentiment at 51 versus the estimate at 50.5. Whoa, I like this. November 1 year expected inflation at 4.5 versus the expectation of 4.7. Ooh, inflation expectations moving down. I like that. I like that, ladies and gentlemen. Very surprised that consumer sentiment is where it is. Based on the elevated fear levels that you see in the market. Again, when you see extreme levels of fear, you're going to see that kind of cascade into a lot of other Coca-Cola ripping right now. There we go. Nice work, guys. Am I getting snappy on these yet? They're about to. This looks good. KO moving up. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, if you want to know about those 3 stocks or 3 assets that I'm really interested in picking up on some of these dips here, go back to the beginning of the stream. Yeah, Coca-Cola, great move there. For XL, I would not be trading XLV. I would rather trade the individual healthcare names. The sector ETFs to me are more of a barometer of where to look in the market. Like if you see the ETFs setting up, it means that there's going to be a lot of individual setups within that sector that are probably going to have better risk to reward for you, if that makes sense. Yeah, Coke looking great. So yeah, you can have first CP up here. You can hold it 70 through 22. You can do whatever you want with this thing. I am surprised on. There we go. Now they got snappy. Now they're snapping a little bit. Let's see. Over 72.50, we could get real snappy here if this thing wants to continue today. Market slipping on that, which is interesting. I would assume that the market... this is interesting. Michigan sentiment rises to 51. Final in November with expectations rebound and lower 1-year and 5-year inflation outlooks. Current conditions weak and overall sentiment still below October levels. Oh, okay. I can see. That makes sense. Yeah, Coca-Cola looks great. Bang. All right, let's see. Let's see, get a little snappy for us here. I like that. Look at that. Look at that on Coca-Cola, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Look, I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. Bing, 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 bing. Now we just need Lily to move back up. Look at that thing go. Yeah, I tweeted that one out there. Here you guys go. Drop some likes, drop some retweets on that one. There you go. That one's looking pretty phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen. Like they were never said at the start of the street. I said it. I said it. You guys didn't hear about that? MNST still setting up here. New setup. I like that. If KO can get above 72.50 today, that'd be big time. Was there a place on the Discord you should be looking for names? Yes, in the watch list section. Corbin, did you read the start here area that I direct everybody to when they hop in? That's where they are. O'Reilly? Is that still cruising? Yeah, O'Reilly looks good too. Yeah, they're just in the watch list section. Oh my God, Coca-Cola, Jesus. Look at this thing go. Look at that thing rip. There's videos. You're welcome, guys. I mean, congratulations to everybody on this one. There's another one. Well, happy Friday. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you do have this area technically for that first TP with anybody on shorter date at 72.70 there. Looks, I mean, at this point, you might be able to hit that today. That looks great. Nice work, guys. Nice work. Again, for those of you guys that haven't jumped into LTMP yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know. Get 50% off your first month. Lock in the lower rate before prices go up at the end of the month. There you go. There's nothing else like it. Imagine you were armed with a system that every single time you took a trade had the potential to run multi-hundred, if not multi-thousands of percent. It's what we do. That is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. So again, keep smacking that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. Spreading these streams out. I mean, again, guys, I just gonna keep sitting here doing this for everybody. Don't mind me, just handing out the best setups in the market as usual. Oh, he's so cocky. Yeah, that's what happens when you hand out 35 10x trades in 4 months. That's how it goes. That's what happens. And tall? I am tall too. That I am. O'Reilly near breaking? Yeah, it already broke. Already broke. Make sure you're not on delayed data. Jay made KO free at 153%. LTMP is truly insane, and if you haven't joined, what are you doing, Jay? Congratulations, buddy. That's awesome. Another big winner for the LTMP group. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Atta boy, Jay. Great work. Nice. Happy Friday. Handed out 153% gains. Nice. Nice, guys. There we go. It's not that difficult. Yeah, once you guys hop in, you guys go through the learning curriculum videos, the watch lists are going to make so much more sense. So you're going to be like, you'll have the same reaction that everybody does once they go through the videos and be like, wait, why wasn't I doing this all along? And I go, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Dailies? Probably next week's. We need some more action here on Lily. It was looking good there for a second, and then nope. Yeah, so we'll see what happens going into the rest of the day here. I mean, already a very good day. Coca-Cola looks good. See if it can hold up here. I mean, that if that were to fade from here, that would not be great, but we'll see. Eli Lilly coming back up. Yeah, the next week's. Oh, we'll see. Getting a little pullback here, but we'll see what happens to it. Looks good across the board. Made it free. 153%. Nice work. Yep, there they go, hitting it a little bit. What else? O'Reilly looks great too here for those of you guys in that one. That looks good. Only hit 51%. Interesting. He must have slung something or traded it early. Yeah, O'Reilly looks good though. Bitcoin coming back up here. That's interesting. I mean, I want to see, for a true bottom in Bitcoin, I want to see a liquidation candle. You guys know what those look like. They're like this. I want to see this. These liquidate, like really this right here. Big price, like big movements, and then it gets bought back up. I wouldn't say that's this. At least not yet. I want to see Bitcoin at 75,000. That's what I want to see. KO still pushing there a little bit. There we go. Oh, hello. That looks really good. Really, really, really good. Let's see if this can continue here. Really awesome move there. Your 12/19s are up about 30%. Let me see what mine are. I have December 19th, and they're only up 23%. I must have gotten a bad fill on that. That's no fun. That is also the beauty about what we do here too, guys. Like every single thing the reason why you guys are able to see me showcase such like better results than you guys have seen anywhere else in all these other nonsense groups is that it's not like an alerts community. That's not what this is. Every single thing that we do in there is aimed at teaching you exactly how to understand when and why you're going to enter the trade, how you're going to manage it when you're in it, and when and why you're going to exit. Because if you can understand those things, which are the most important things about operating in the market, you're not going to be making the mistakes that everybody else is going to be making. You know? If you want to have different results than everybody else, you have to think and act differently than they do. You know? Simple as that. So very slow action out of the market today. It has not really done a whole lot of anything, even after some of that data. Let's see. Lily's still looking okay. I mean, I like where it's at today. I'd love to see it close over 1060. That'd be great. Who knows though? It's still a great looking setup going into next week. Captain going to, did INTU ever break that? I don't think it did. No. Nope. There's 203% on the Palantir puts idea from this week. Look at this. Oh, yeah. There. Oh, my Lord. There you go, guys. There you go. The LTMP methodology remains unbeaten. That's awesome. 203% on that put idea. Nice work. And they're free, too, I believe. That's awesome. That's awesome work, guys. Even on a crazy week like this, I mean, you still have those big gainers. Last week was crazy with the 3 10x trades. The Rivian, the Lyft, and the FedEx 3,000 percenter. That was awesome. GIS? General Mills? I think I saw this, didn't I? Oh, yeah. General Mills ripping there, too. It's a little bit of a wonkier setup, but that's still an interesting one. Lily slipping with the market there. The size of the losers is nothing compared to the winners. Correct. That's how it works. That's how you should be operating in the market, guys. Like that's why I tell you guys all the time, like the outcome of one individual trade is completely meaningless because, and we've gone over the math of this many times. It's like, think about the FedEx trade from last week that if you guys had hit the like button, you guys would have all had that 3,000% trade. So even if you make it free at, let's say, 100 to 150%, okay, you've then gotten your 1% of your account back, and you have 1% of your account in the trade still. Well, actually a little bit less because your account is higher. But it's free. It's house money. Then that position, which was effectively 0.5% of your account to begin with, runs 3,000%. Okay, so you're now up off of one trade more than 15% of your account. You would then have to lose 15 or more trades in a row that go completely to zero to just go back to break even. That's why everybody likes LTMP so much, guys, because the margin for error is so wide. You need one trade. One. Now, it's a good thing that you've had 35 of them like that over the last, I don't know, 3.5, 4 months here. It's just putting the math on your side and understanding that, oh yeah, Jay, 151% Coca-Cola. Nice work. Nice work. Ooh, I have a funny tweet. And I'm going to do in a little bit. All thanks to you, Vix. Congrats, Jay. That's awesome. That's a great move there. All right, I have a fun tweet I'm gonna send out. It'll be fun. Ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll grab the link to it in a second here. Here you go. You guys are gonna like this one. You guys are really, oh, Coca-Cola, new highs. Bang. Here we go. What are these up? Oh, they're not snapping yet. They should soon though. You guys will like that one. That's a funny one. Look at that, Coca-Cola. That's just textbook, guys. Like that, it doesn't get much better than that. You know, it really does. It does not get much better than that. Great work to everybody on the stream today. Awesome work. Yeah, you guys are gonna like that one. All right, Coca-Cola. You want to go for that first kind of potential target there at 72.70 from the entry at what? 71.87? Anybody on next week's are going to be printing on that if that happens today. Hi, Lily. Welcome back. GIS looks right there. Where'd O'Reilly go? Is that still looking good? Yeah, it still looks solid. Yeah, market's it just looks like it's grinding down. I mean, it's flashing back up right now, but this is just a grind down so far. Just a grind down. Nothing crazy. Yeah, O'Reilly looks really good there. That's another great one. Are these getting snappy yet? No, not yet. Still looks good though. Here's O'Reilly near the highs too. There you go. Another one from the watch list. Ding, ding, ding. Winner. What do we have for him, Johnny? little pop there. Trump, he sees support on both sides for his insurance plan. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Did XLV break there? Did it move? Yeah, XLV moving. But again, it's the healthcare names that you want to be in. You can trade it if you want to, but if you want to do anything on that, I'd probably just do the levered. Ooh, Coke. Moving again. Jay, those have got to be close to 200% now, buddy. Those have got to be close to 200% now. If not now, they will be at that another 10 cents higher. There's O'Reilly to new highs. There we go. Guys, look at this. Look at how simple the market can be if you just wait for the best setups in the market. Woohoo. Nice. Great work, team. Great work. Almost 164%. Nice. Yeah, they probably should snap if you get above this level here, which is really close. $171%. Nice. Yeah, if you flash above that level here and get to like 72.70, yeah, you're probably gonna be up over 200% on this. Great work, guys. You guys see this all the time here. It's not that difficult. It is not that difficult. Just another day of just showing you guys how you all should be operating in the market, you know? Stop doing all this other nonsense. Focus on what works and try and aim to do none of what is proven not to work. Here it is. Here she is. There it is, guys. Coca-Cola breaking even higher. Nice work. Mine are up. My Decembers are up 38% now. That's good. That's good. I like this. Coca-Cola is free now. Poor man investors. Congratulations. Nice work, guys. Great work on Coca-Cola today. I mean, yeah, we've been hunting that one all week. Less trades, more profits, guys. What have I been talking about? We're just going to be talking about the best setups in the market, making sure that we are keeping ourselves safe in these choppy environments. But if we see one of the best setups forming, we're able to take it with small size because the winners are going to be so big. There you go. I mean, I'll throw the link in there for you guys again. Make sure you guys are hopping in before the end of the month because prices are going up. But if you hop in before and use code November, you get 50% off your first month and you lock in the lower rate, meaning that once you join, the price never goes up on you. There you guys go. Simple as that. Still ripping. Jesus. What's a coin? Is that downside? Yeah, coin getting drilled. Oh my. Oh, CI. Hold on. That's Cigna. That's another healthcare name. That looks really good if you want that too. We'll see what happens with that one. I don't know how the chain is on that, but that looks good too. KO free, Jackie. Congratulations. Nice work, guys. Great work across the board on Coca-Cola. Really good. Like, really, really, really good work, guys. 45% on mine now. That's good. I have December. Guys, if we hit 73 today, I mean, this is going to get nuts. 73.22 would be massive. If this got all the way up there, that would be crazy. Would we be surprised? Not really. Oh my, dude. That was the Google trade. Yeah, 460% on Google. This one, the break of here, 292 or yeah, 292 all the way up over 300. Oh my God, that was a good one too, guys. Ah, man, I try to help everybody here, show you guys the way that you should be operating in the market, and give you guys the discounts. And at this point, like I say all the time, if you guys haven't realized that like this is the way that you should be operating the market, stop trying to trade short term. Oh, PM is close. Oh, I love that. O'Reilly looking really good here too. What a day, guys. Look at this. O'Reilly looking really good. PM over here. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. I like that. I like how Philip Morris looks here too. Oh, geez. Coca-Cola new highs. Jesus, guys. What are we doing here? Pay attention or pay a premium. Like, how much more do you guys want from me? Coca-Cola could run 10x. PM could be a 10x. Like, every single time we step up to the plate, they have the potential to run multi-hundreds, if not multi-thousands of %. That's why everything works the way it does. Just hit 222% on Coca-Cola. Guys, you guys just saw it here today. 222% on Coca-Cola. Just hand it out to you guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. One free runner. Adrian, nice work. Jay, let's see that in community gains, buddy. All right, PM is getting really close here if you want that one. I love the way this looks. Great day today, guys. Great day. Jesus, Coca-Cola. Still going. My God. Again, guys, keep smacking that like button on the way in. How many more do you need to see? How many more? Great work, guys. Awesome job. Awesome job. Really great work. Yeah, here's PM. It's right there. First target's like 161.50. Was gap not an entry? No, you could have. I was just late on it, so I didn't touch it. Coke new highs. Coke's looking for 72, 73, guys. Holy Jesus. Yeah, I'm up 53% on them. Looks great. 222% on Coke. Oh my. Oh my. Jesus, Jay. There you go. Oh, yeah. O'Reilly ripping there, too. Jeez, man. What a day for LTMP, man. There you go. How is everybody in the market not doing this? I don't know. I don't know. Market leak in here. That's like, it does not get any better than that. That is like absolutely textbook. D on the weekly. Dominion Energy? Probably not. I mean, we could look at this, but I would say probably not. Nah, it's a little too wonky in here. I'd say that's a little too wonky for me. Ooh, PM, hi. Hello, Philip Morris. Coca-Cola 73. Great work, guys. Oh my lord. I mean, again, that big target at what? 73.22? I mean, it's ripping. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Look at that. Bang. There's PM. It's flashing. Lower volume. Free coke all around. We legalize cocaine. Awesome work. I'm really proud of all of you guys. Like those of you, like I told you guys like in the stream, like these are the time periods in the market. Again, yet another example of me saying things and then like being proven correct. It's like these are the time periods in the market where you have to be like preparing for when these epic setups are going to fire off, not scrambling to figure out how to trade them once they all do. So again, you guys have a week left to hop into LTMP, get 50% off your first month with code November and lock in the lower rate. If you miss it, you can still join. You're just going to have to pay a higher monthly rate once you do hop in. Coca-Cola, Jesus. $63%. There's PM. Lily moving a little. Some random kitchen at 4 a.m. Yeah, let's see if PM can get some action here. 150% on KO. Great work, guys. Great work. Love that. I mean, it might hit this, guys. Jesus. Nvidia shares touch 2-month low, last down 4.2%. You know it's not down? Freaking Coca-Cola, ladies and gentlemen. The Coke is up. Big time. Big time Coke. Oh my god. What, Jay, what are you up, 300%? Ian making Coca-Cola free and up illegal, up 175%. Congratulations, Ian. Great work, guys. I love this. This is great. I love seeing you guys win like this. This is great. I mean, this is what we do. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. Then we hammer them. There's PM. Yep. Running a little there. Let's see. Over 158 would get fun. It's going to be a little lower volume, choppy, but we'll see. Here comes Lily moving back up. I like that. In position A, ladies. Amgen. Hold on. How close is Amgen? Not close, but looks good. Again, that's going to be one for next week. Running the Coke jokes like it's J&J again. Double Johnson? Yeah, guys, this, I mean. Jeez, guys. Look at this. Wait, hold on. Eli Lilly just crossed 1 trillion in market value. First pharma company in history to do so. Wow, big time. That's big time. Let's see if that can help it get some continuation there. All right. Bing, another tweet. AZN, let's take a look. That looks really good. AstraZeneca. Yeah, guys, all these healthcare names look ridiculous. Like, really ridiculous. So, let's see if we can get some continuation on them. That would be nice. Why is this not working? My Twitter's being weird. But yeah, congrats, guys. Great work today. Great work. Awesome job. Just awesome job. Why is this not working? I'm going to try it again. I was trying to tweet. We were doing more victory lapping and they wouldn't let us do it. Community gains, what do we got? PLTD? Nice, Adrian. Yeah, I think Twitter's laggy a little bit right now. I think Twitter's being a little laggy. Maybe it's just my phone. I don't know. I'll do it after. Oh, look. Another one of the best setups called out in the market. Oh, no. Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? Me. Everybody in LTMP. This thing almost hit 73.22. That's crazy. That's really wild. I mean, it still could do it, which would be ridiculous. Lily still looks good. Coca-Cola looks insane. We'll see if PM can get some follow through over here. This looks ridiculously good, so we'll see. Where's O'Reilly? Because that one was looking amazing. I want to see where it's at now. It came back down a little. PM slacking a little there, but that's still looking really good. All right, let's see what we got. Lily still looks fine. Now, guys, if these are the setups that are going to start firing here, get ready for another insane round of just like, here's a 10x, here's a 10x, here's a 10x. We're going to do it again. I hope you guys realize that. Like, I feel like, I mean, I told you 5 10x trades ago, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, that it was just going to keep happening. If you don't believe me, I don't know how else to show you. Like, they're just going to keep firing off. Don't miss them. Seriously, don't miss them. Though these are the types of trades that are going to set you apart from everybody else and give you that buffer in the market. Here comes the market climbing a little. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, Palantir getting killed. Oh my lord. Told ya. What did I tell you? It's gonna get murdered. And told you here, murder. There you go. You're welcome. 250% later. Coca-Cola almost 300% later. PM not really playing ball here. Daily close above the 200 would be big on this one though. If it can push through the highs and start running, that'd also be great. But like a daily close above the 200 would also be really good. That's why we were talking about that setup as being like, careful, because it's like really just like pinching below the 200. You gotta be careful of that. AMD's under 200? What? Ugh. Yeah, remember what I was saying yesterday and these days? I was like, AMD does not look good. No bueno on AMD there. Lily, hello. I want that to get back above 1060. That'd be nice. Yeah, semis are getting nuked. Lily's pushing a little. PM back up a little. Coca-Cola looking good. Yeah, AMD's getting murdered here. Murder. Okay, what do we got? Market? Yeah, that's not great. Look at this, guys. Like that's that's textbook. Textbook. Doesn't get any better than that. Guys, congratulations to all of you guys that have been listening over the last couple of weeks here. Again, last week was nuts with the 310Xers. This week it was a lot of just like calm, relax, wait until we see what happens with NVIDIA. Again, size for zero if you see good setups, and then just like after like coming out and seeing things like Coca-Cola firing, it's just awesome. So really, really, really proud of each and every one of you guys that has been actually paying attention here and taking what we do here and applying it, because it is the best way to be operating in the market. That's why I sit here and do these streams for you guys. I'm demonetized. I don't like make money from these streams. My big internet crime was just showcasing and highlighting the results of all of the trades that I've handed out. That's all I did. Is market selling here? Did that get a bounce? Oh no, it's coming back up. KO pulling back a little, but that thing has just been on a ripper. Alrighty, folks. I have a lot of stuff I gotta do today. I'm doing a little bit of traveling this weekend. So, not a whole lot. Very, very mild traveling. So, here's what I'll do for you guys. I'm going to throw the link for all of you guys that still need to hop into LTMP, get 50% off your first month with code November, and be able to lock in the lower rate before the prices go up at the end of the month. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. If you don't, more than happy to have you guys pay a higher rate, but you don't have to if you hop in before the end of the month there. So, I mean, guys, you guys saw it just today. Coca-Cola, absolutely insane. Congratulations on those multi-100% gains. We'll see what happens with PM. We'll see what happens with, what is it, O'Reilly that you guys nabbed. And then Eli Lilly's still looking good over here, too. So we'll see what happens with that going into next week. If the market kind of holds up here and starts to trade a little bit higher, we could be in for another really, really, really fun period in the market, especially after we saw these rate cut expectations move around. Congrats on KO. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome work, guys. Again, for those of you guys that are joining LTMP, congratulations, making a smart decision there. But make sure your Discord account is connected to your WAP account. You'll be able to jump in really quick. I'll direct you to the Start Here area in the group. You can kind of read through where everything is, how everything works, and then start going through those learning curriculum videos to get yourself up to speed so that when the watch lists do come out, you're going to be all good to go. So, guys, have a great weekend. Watch this will be out on Sunday for everybody. We'll see how much there is on that one. I think there could be a decent amount of fun ideas on there, but we'll see. A lot of them are probably going to be in the healthcare space. So, guys, that is it for us this week. I will see you guys on Monday on the private stream at 9:15 a.m., and then I'll be back live publicly for you guys here at 10:30. All right? I'll probably be posting some Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube shorts for you guys this weekend as well.